Howdy, y'all. Thank you for joining us today for this unboxing of a pallet now. Basically, this is the Infinity box for Anachrony. I know this one looks weird. I'm going to try to do it the best I can. I thought about just doing it with one hand camera, but I just couldn't get zoomed out enough. This is about the best I could do. As you can see here, this is a big box. This is huge. Like, oh, I mean, that's just the side of it. You can see the back here where it shows you all the stuff, lets you know it has the Anachrony core game, the exosuit miniatures, the Fractures of Time module, the Pioneers of New Earth module, Guardians of the Council module, Doomsday module, the Hypersync Future Actions module, the Quantum Loops module, the Intrigues of the Council module, and then, sorry, my mount's going to get in the way here, so just to show you even more, 2 solo modes with expansion support, unique custom components, and then modular plastic trays and whatnot. And if you're new to Anachrony, this is a 1 to 4 player game. Takes about 30 minutes per player for ages 15 plus from Mind Clash Games. Yeah, let's get to this. Like, I call it the forklift box edition. I mean, this thing's heavy. Like, you can just hear. And just to give you some, I mean, I have small hands, otherwise I couldn't just, I'll just show you hands. Well, I mean, you can see my playmat here. This is a normal sized playmat. And I mean, I know it's setting it on top of that, but you can just see it in perspective. Like, it is ginormous. But anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at this. I'll do the best I can on this unboxing, guys. It's just more to show you what's inside of it. That way, if you're interested to see what's in the Infinity box. Right off the bat, beautiful inside. I mean, I know that's nothing big, but it's just nice not to just have basic white inside. What game was it I was doing? I think it was Dwellings of Eldervale had a very beautiful artwork inside. All right, I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Well, I don't want to, I guess. Let's keep it about right there so you can kind of see stuff still. But we got the trays. And these aren't like fancy trays, but they are trays with big lids on them. They're not game trays quality, but still, it's nice to have trays, especially with all the pieces I've seen that come with this game. So, and that's got a little sectional thing there that kind of makes it where this tray sits down inside that tray. And then this looks like it has some pieces inside of it. I felt some weight, so let's take those out for now. And then we'll take a closer look at these while we're at it. These feel like just metal cubes. And it's still going to be weird because it's just going to be a basic unboxing for the most part, guys. Just because I have not played the game yet, so a lot of this is still stuff I'm not going to 100% recognize. I mean, I kind of know the gist about what the game and some of the pieces may or may not do. Like, I believe these are trackers for your time. Well, no, maybe not, because there's not enough for each player, so just shows. But those are nice little wooden, and I guess I didn't show that it does kind of like Lego-esque. Are those wooden? Yeah, they're either wooden or... Alright. And these, from what I understand, are the things you're going to use to say what you're requesting resources-wise from the future. And instead of just being the cardboard chits, instead you get these acrylic And then these are your causing paradoxes and stuff from what I understand. And it looks like they're just acrylic instead of the normal plastic. Or normal cardboard, I'm sorry. Just weird looking at this finally. I've been trying to think of a good way to unbox this. And I was like, you know what? Just going to do it. Alright, well let's look and see what's underneath this. Just more trays, haha. This is just double-sided white. But tray. And now I'll try to see if I can get everything inside these trays. Show you how it sits inside the box. And then we get our nice player trays to where you can just hand a person their tray with their exosuits on them. And it looks like these come off to where if you want to change the colors for the exosuits, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. But from what I understand, each of these factions kind of have their own play style. So maybe, because I noticed this one exosuit here, well, it's got the same side tray, but it's got an extra tray over here. And just in case I didn't go over it on both sides, I'm going to show those miniatures again real fast, guys, and make a little flashback on that. So there was that one to give you a closer look. Sorry, I am kind of excited because I've been wanting to try this game for a while. I've heard great things. Just finally getting to open this. I kept putting off playing it because I was like, well, I'll eventually open my Infinity box and then I'll try the game out and see what it's all about. All right, we should have another faction or two. Yep, 3 more factions. All right. I mean, definitely, from what I understand, if you don't have the exosuits, it's just like a cardboard or something thing that you use for your worker placement. And like these miniatures, I didn't show it on all of them. I'll show it on this one. But you have your workers that actually sit down in this or slide down in that. And if they have one loose in here, I'll try to pop it and go back on these miniatures and kind of show how they sit in there. Sorry, I took that off camera as I was opening the tray. But you can see really nice miniatures here. Gonna have to look at getting these painted. All right, we're getting into the actual. We got all the trays, we got all the plastic. This is probably going to be all the cardboard and, yep, cards and cardboard, I'm assuming. We got a bag of books here, it looks like. I'm seeing if it just rips open or if it's got like a sticky thing. Nope, looks like it just rips open. Sorry, I know I'm taking extra time. I'm trying to make sure I didn't want to rip the bag if I can save it. But it does not look like it. It looks like it is sealed from what I'm seeing. Oh well. If I destroy it, I'll just find something else. But let's pop that open and take a look at what books are in here. Alright, we got the rule book. It's nice and thick, which means as an Aggie, I'm going to have problems reading it. Probably got a lot of words. But we got the components here. General setup, player setup. Then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, about 12 to 13 pages of rules. Then we get some frequently Asked rules. Then we get into the Doomsday module. So it looks like it gets into all the other modules now. And talking about each of them. I've heard this game has a ton of modules. So it's just all about, there's a solo mode. And then an appendix. Yep. A lot of references. Well, if that's got all the modules, then what is all this? Oh, sorry, just hitting my mount. Chronobot and Chronosis Solo Opponents Rulebook. So this should be the rulebook for the how to run the bot. And depending on which bot you choose. There's Chronosis, it says. Or Chronosis. Pioneers of New Earth. Hypersonic Future Actions. Expansions and modules, combining them. What's the next one? Ah, very nice. I don't know how many games I bought that have a ton of trays they want you to fill and they don't tell you what to do with them. This looks like it's actually going to tell you how to put everything in the trays. Very nice. And then we got the Anachrony Future Imperfect expansion. So basically it looks like it took all the expansions, all the modules, put them all together here with a nice box. Fractures of Time. But and then there's an art and story book. It's kind of cool. Breaks it up into a timeline type thing. That way if you want to really get into the world. I was not expecting something like this. Normally this is something... Well, I think this is a Kickstarter. Is the way you got the Infinity Box. I'm about to say. Because normally that's how you get one of these art books, basically, is from a Kickstarter. Like I said, sorry about the camera angles. It's just, like I said, the box is so big you can see reaching down deep in here. But that's all the books it looks like. All right. And then it's probably a lot of cardboard, I'm assuming. I don't know what to grab out next. So much stuff in here. All right. Got a tray here. We've got some cards, which we'll take a closer look at. Do some zoom in. Got some more cards here. Got some plastic pieces. Like I said, we'll save this and take a closer look at this tray. So let me put that to the side. I'm wondering how much of this styrofoam I need to be careful with and keep so that I can put it all back in here. But we'll look at that book and see. Once again, we'll pop all this open. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things of cardboard that we'll take a closer look at, and then a bunch of styrofoam. All right, and as you can see, big deep box to put everything back in. Okay, I zoomed in a little bit so we can take a closer look at the cardboard. Now I'll zoom in again to closer look at the cards so you can see the artwork and stuff on them. So we got 5 things of cardboard to look at. Let's take a look at it now. So we got the first one here. I believe these are buildings you can build where you can worker place on them. And these are kind of like the workers. I'm not sure which one it is since I have not played the game. But as you can see, they go over that as a shape. Also, said I would do it. So let me pull one of the miniatures out. Whichever the first one is I get to. But the way I understand it is these workers go down inside of these slots here. And then it sticks out enough to where you can tell what worker it is. And then you worker place with them. So, kind of cool. Makes it feel even more like an exosuit since the worker goes inside the suit. But yeah, so we got some workers here along with some buildings. I believe these are like round markers to a degree. And then we just got a bunch of cardboard that I could try to make some guesses at, but it's probably going to be a lot of things that I just don't know, having not played the game. But you can see all the artwork, different type of worker here. Maybe an engineer, it looks like, because that kind of looked like a cogwheel. Might be off on that though. But you can see it looks like there's different types of buildings here. And I'm betting, oh, I might be wrong. I'm going to say I bet these are the original. If you don't have the exosuits, these kind of look like what the workers maybe are, because it kind of looks like these suits. But that's just making a guess. But from what I understand, they were supposed to be cardboard hexes were the... Yes, I'm going to say for sure that is it, because when I look down at this other one, if I can pull it back out... Oh, cardboard is popping out easy. But you can see there's 2 of that exosuit. And then here's 4 more. So since there were 6... So if you don't have the exosuit, then the miniatures, that would be your worker there. And you saw a spot where one of these would go on there, which would be the person that is in the exosuit. But most of this just looks like, it shows a little brain there. So maybe, I think I'm trying to remember Genius. I think Genius was one of the workers you could get. So I'm going to say Genius. Maybe a lab technician. It's got like a little almost looks laboratory-esque symbol there. We're almost through. This was the biggest packet of cardboard as far as like size-wise. And I'm noticing a lot of blanks on this last one, so I'm assuming that's just throwaway cardboard, but we'll have to check. All right. Well, next, I think I went to the smallest. I got them stacked here, but we're going to go into this cardboard here. This looks like there's a piece of cardboard for each of the exosuits. I don't know if that means that's just showing you their player power or what. Then there's these little things. And like so many of this is probably extra modules that you choose what you want to put in. You got some score sheets here. See all the stuff there. Pack of those. Just show you some of this stuff. And I know one of these packs are just going to be the boards, I'm assuming. I don't know which of these are the player boards. I'm assuming these are the player boards because they kind of... Or just one of the modules. Because I know they say A or B on the... Here, and then they showed A or B. Well, some of them. Never mind. Never mind. It was on this, which I believe is the solo bot, where I saw the A or B. So I was thinking it was on all the suits, since that's where I saw that at. Alright, that's another pack out of the way. Yep, this looks like it might be actual boards of the game, as far as like common boards or module boards or whatnot, because this, from what I understand, what I was watching somewhere else, this looks like it might be like an adventure board. It's just got some nice artwork on the back, but like I said, I watched a playthrough, but it's been a while, a good while, so I watched a playthrough. See the artwork on the back there. And give you a good look at the board. I'm assuming these are all just different modules for you to choose out of what you want to add into your game. And from what I understand, you can mix them all or mix and match just some of them. And something called the Path of Harmony here. Path of Dominance. Path of Progress. Path of Salvation. And Path of Unity. Got another pack of cards, it looks like there. And if I recognize these right, these look like they may be the individual players. This looks like the main board. And you can see it there zoomed out. This is the 2 to 3 player side. And it's got the worker placement spots. Just giving you a closer look. And then the other side for 4 players. Ooh, so much cardboard. And I'm going to save these for when I look at the cards, so y'all can get a closer look at that, since we're just looking at big cardboard right now. All right, pack number 4 here. Looks like another module board, 2 to 3 players, 4 players. 2 players, 3 to 4 players, and I don't know if this is just more cardboard they couldn't fit on all those other ones, or if they go to the separate individual modules. But you can see more buildings here. See the backs of them. But yep, I'm just seeing more buildings, and then like I said, at least this is all punching pretty easy. I'm trying to keep it together as much as possible so that as I'm punching it, I can put it away. But I think it's just going to be easier to punch all of it into the lid and separate it all out. I'm assuming the last one, because I haven't seen them yet from the playthrough that I remember, I'm assuming the last one is going to end up being the individual player boards themselves. Because there's supposed to be a spot where you put these buildings at, and depending on what type of building it is. Yeah, I can already tell these are the player boards. Because this is where the different types of buildings would lay out for you to do stuff. You can kind of see here. Of course, we got the A and B side. I don't know if that means advanced and basic, or if it's just make sure you're playing on the same sides. Let's see if we see a difference here. I mean, I'm assuming they wouldn't label them A and B unless there is a difference. So, and since we had, I think, 6 different factions, that was 2. It's number 3. Number 4. Oh, maybe it was more than. Number 5. Or maybe this is the bot, because this does not look like the normal player board, so maybe this is how the bot runs things. So, I don't know. We'll take a look at all that. All right, let's take a closer look at these cards and little bits. All right, right off the bat here, we got some player aids. Shows you the game phases. And then there's 2, 3, 4. Said. It said 1 to 4 players. I got 5 player aids here, so I don't know if that means an expansion adds another player. I did notice when I went to go look at that thing I showed you, which was the back of the box, was actually a sheet of paper. Oh, I'm going to have to dump this out and show you the back of that box. It actually looks kind of nice. It's got like symbols on it and stuff. All right, just going to kind of show you this. I'm trying to zoom back out again. But you can see it's got nice, shows a lot of little symbols there, shiny stuff all over the back of the box. All right, so we got the player aids. And then I noticed these have a different back. And then I noticed there were 5 of them. I'm assuming 1 for each faction, because we did notice 5 faction boards. And then I noticed each of the 5 different factions. Get my big stupid thumb out of the way to show you one of them. So I'm assuming these are individual leaders that will give you a asymmetric power. But I did notice some of these have a back on there where it shows that. So I don't know if that means as a bot or something. But just kind of show you there's 5 different factions with 5 different what looks like characters. So I'm assuming you get one of these once you play that faction. And I don't know if you choose it or you just randomly get assigned one of these. But one of those things will look... Well, this only has 3 for this one. Did I mix it up? No. I only see 3 for this one. And if I can get it on camera there and stop being a... Sorry, I was looking around trying to see if I just dropped the cards somewhere or something, but I only see 3 for that one. All right, we got some dice here. Feel kind of chunky, but you can see like this one's just got weird symbols on it. This one looks like maybe some type of combat dice or strength dice. And then this just has numbers on it. Minuses or pluses. And there's 2 of those. They are exactly identical. And then another number dice. And that one is just a normal dice because it's got the 4, 3, 5, 2, 6, 1. And I'm not sure what these dice are about. But yeah, they got some good weight to them. Don't know if they're just rolled or used to just show stuff. I'm assuming rolling, otherwise why would you go with dice? But I have seen a few games that use them as markers. So these are just plastic standees. I don't know why I bothered to dump them out. Alright. All we got here is just some cubes. We got some purple see-through cubes. Oh, these are kind of nice. Well, let's go through the cubes first. Got some black, smoky, see-through cubes, some yellow, some blue-green, bluish-green. All right, yeah. Oh, I do remember seeing this from the playthrough. I'll dump a few more into my hand. All these are water. And the light blue is 1s and the dark blue are 5s. All right, let's get through these cards now. If you're not sticking around to see the cards, thank you for watching. Sorry it was a long one. As you can see, there's a lot of stuff in this box. So there's a lot of stuff to get through. All right, we'll start with these larger cards. There are 6 different backs. You can see the backs of these. Like, there is something on the small cards I noticed. So I did not separate them out by their different backs because I don't know if they're supposed to be or not. I mean, I'm sure they are, but I just didn't want to take any chances. But you see these are all part of the timeline, it looks like. Just from the names. Oops, sorry. Let that focus a little bit. Get the different backs there. These are similar to one of the other backs. You can just see some of the cards here. Beautiful artwork, especially if you're into this. From what I understand, it's like all about time. It's all about requesting resources before a cataclysm happens so that you can prepare for the cataclysm, but you got to make sure that you are providing those resources to your future self or to your past self, and then your future self, you got to provide them. Yeah, don't cause a paradox. All right, this is one of the small ones where this looks like maybe what type of workers are out there, because those look like those worker symbols we saw. And then not sure what these are all about. Sorry, I'm just flipping through these quickly because most of them, these have to do with resources that are available for the round. So it just lets you know which cubes to put out. And these were the ones that had different backs, as you can see here. I don't know why they're all mixed up, whereas everything else was separated out. So I didn't want to. I got a feeling it has to do with the bot and the AI. Because it just looks very reminiscent of some of the other stuff. And I noticed it was like the Chronosis guy and stuff like that. So you can just see there's just a random assortment of stuff. Oh, here's some more of those backs. Never mind. I think they were, oh, duh, I'm an idiot. The different modules. I'm sure that's what it is. If you add in certain modules, you need certain cards. I'm sure that's why they have them separated out. But, all right. Sorry I didn't go through every single card there, but definitely want to get this to the table now that I got it open. Now it's just got to get it all in the trays. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.